This morning on Daybreak, sources have said the investigation into missing journalist Jamal Khashoggi could wrap up by tomorrow.
And for the first time ever, the Justice Department is investigating suspected child abuse within the Catholic Church.
Plus, last night, Claire McCaskill and Josh Hawley squared off with a debate in St. Louis. We'll break that down and much more headed your way here on Daybreak.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us on this Friday, October 19th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
I'm Joe Morano, and it is Friday. Certainly a lot happening this weekend, right?
Yeah, a lot we need to get to, and the nice weather Elisa has been promising us.
Very excited about that. So let's get right in with Elisa Raffa here and check in with that forecast first.
Not nice, quite. Yeah, we've got to get through today in order to get there. It's 48 degrees in Branson right now with increasing cloud cover. The roads are dry in Branson for now, but they won't be dry for long. We've got showers moving in as we head through the morning. Cloud cover is thickening out there, and we've got a couple of these showers across the Ozarks. We do have some showers around Springfield here this morning. We've got these showers down towards Cassville, Monette, Galena, Springfield, and then up towards Marshfield. It's pretty light, though. There are greens on the radar, so we're not looking at any heavy downpours, just some of these light showers, drizzles, and sprinkles out there this morning. Temperatures are warmer now than they were yesterday because we have cloud cover blanketing us here. We're in the 40s and 50s. It's 51 in Springfield, 49 in Rolla, and 48 in Ava this morning. We'll have showers as we head through the afternoon, so the roads will be wet by lunchtime, dismissal, and the evening commute. You want to take umbrellas this morning because you'll need them, especially by the end of the day, too. 56 degrees with those showers by dismissal. For those football games tonight, could start out with a couple of showers to the south and east, and then we'll see things dry out at a temperature of 50 by halftime. Details on your weekend forecast in 10 minutes.
Making news right now this morning, the world could have answers about the disappearance of journalist Jamal Khashoggi as soon as tomorrow. CBS's Laura Podesta reports President Trump is warning of severe consequences for those found responsible for his likely death.
President Trump says missing journalist Jamal Khashoggi is likely dead.
It certainly looks that way to me. It's very sad. It certainly looks that way.
And he warned of consequences for Saudi Arabia if it's found culpable.
It'll have to be very severe. I mean, it's bad stuff. But we'll see what happens.
Saudi Arabia and Turkey are both investigating Khashoggi's disappearance. The Washington Post journalist was last seen entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on October 2nd.
I told President Trump this morning that we ought to give them a few more days.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo briefed the president Thursday after returning from a fact-finding mission in Riyadh and Istanbul. Sources tell CBS News nobody in the U.S. government has seen or heard the recordings Turkish officials claim to have proving Khashoggi was murdered. Pompeo urged the president to wait for the results of the investigations.
When we see that, we'll get a chance to determine, all of us will get a chance to make a determination with respect to the credibility and the work that went into that.
There are now reports Saudi Arabia may ultimately blame a high-level intel official for Khashoggi's death. Both the New York Times and Washington Post say a top general may be accused of going rogue, an explanation that would deflect blame from Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Yesterday, the Committee to Protect Journalists, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and Reporters Without Borders all called on the UN to launch its own investigation. They say UN involvement is the best guarantee for the truth.
The Justice Department is now conducting the first ever federal investigation into child sex abuse within the Catholic Church. Yesterday, federal prosecutors served subpoenas on 7 Pennsylvania dioceses. This follows a state grand jury report that described decades of rampant sex abuse by some 300 predator priests. CBS News has learned that the U.S. Attorney in Buffalo, New York, served a subpoena on that city's diocese as well.
Putting crime into focus for you now, the Springfield News Leader, our partner, is reporting prosecutors won't call Gypsy Blanchard to testify against her online boyfriend who allegedly killed Blanchard's mother in 2016. Nicholas Godejohn is scheduled to stand trial next month for first-degree murder. Blanchard is already serving a 10-year sentence for her role in the killing. A series of recent court filings reveal some of the possible strategy for next month's trial. Greene County Prosecutor Dan Patterson writes that the state will not call Gypsy Blanchard as a witness, though she might be used as a witness by the defense. Patterson is seeking to prevent the defense from bringing up Dee Dee Blanchard's abuse of her daughter.
This story here scores a 10 with us today. A local store in Springfield is trying to make a difference in the world with T-shirts. Greek Corner celebrated its new location and discussed its new brand called All Made. The shirts are sewn in a factory in Haiti where employees are paid a living wage because the average person makes less than $3 a day there. All Made employees are paid $15 a day and work in a stable environment, which Joe Nittig doesn't shy away from.
We have an open door policy. Come meet your maker. You can meet them, you can talk to them, you can shake their hands, smile at them. We've got nothing to hide.
These shirts are also made using material that benefits the environment: 50% recycled water bottles, 25% organic cotton, and 25% modal. The Global Orphan Project says they're willing to take a little less profit to share it with the people who make it.
Moving on to some political coverage, incumbent Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill and Republican hopeful Attorney General Josh Hawley faced off in St. Louis last night in front of about 100 voters. Questions from the audience include race relations, climate change, minimum wage, as well as a border wall. The candidates also talked about health care.
No cuts to Social Security, no cuts to Medicare. As I said, Josh Hawley is proposing cuts to Medicare by his lawsuit.
No, I just have to respond to that because that's flatly false. Only one person on this stage has voted to cut Medicare spending, and it's Senator McCaskill.
McCaskill reminded the audience patrol agents have endorsed her. Meanwhile, Hawley says he has the endorsement of the Missouri Farm Bureau. Both candidates ended by asking Missourians for their vote come November 6th.
Greene County residents are registered in near record numbers to vote in that midterm election. The news leaders reporting as of this week there were more than 190,000 voters on the electoral roll. That tally is higher than almost any other election in any year, presidential or otherwise, since at least 2002. Leaders of both Democratic and Republican parties say the current political climate of the current Trump administration and high-profile issues like fuel tax hikes and medical marijuana are contributing to increased interest. The Greene County Clerk's Office reports at least 10,000 voters have been added so far in 2018.